Okay, due to a oversight on my part, I forgot to actually unmute the microphone when doing the last recording. I've ended up with getting to this point, but I got to this point while talking and not recording any of the audio. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to play back that video and explain sort of what was being done at the time. So if I literally just open this video up, this is basically where we started the previous video. So it was a case of I had to decide what I was going to do to make it look like that, basically. Now, bearing in mind, because that was very pixelated, I decided to sort of like have a little mess. And before deleting the path, I went, okay, will this actually allow me to fill? So I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. And it does, it has fill path there, so I was able to choose a colour. So I just chose sort of orangey yellow sort of colour, and it seemed to work perfectly fine. I decided that the stroke was a bit too small, so eventually I ended up changing it to a thicker stroke at the end. Where are we? I did kind of have a lot of undecisive sort of moments where I just sort of like changed a few things, tried this, tried that, but in the end the stroke looks okay. Then I made a new layer and undecided whether to delete the work path at the time. I was looking for a little way of maybe saving the work path to use as a shape. I think you can actually add it as a shape somewhere, but I'll mess about with that at some point. But I ended up removing it anyway. Then basically on this layer I decided to make a ellipse and made it a bit too small to start with, I think. Yeah. So I then looked for reference on the other thing after moving it about a bit. I was like, okay, that kind of looks okay. That, on hindsight, that actually would have probably looked okay at that size, to be fair. It just didn't match up with the one that I'd already made, so I kind of like, okay, let's make it bigger. So I kind of made it a bit bigger and then moved it about a bit. Still not exactly the same size, just thought I'd have a little mess. So then I toyed with the idea of keeping the other thing in the background and then decided no. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I wanted to thicken the stroke on that, but then obviously it was too thick. So then I chose to do it inside instead of out, which worked out okay. I played about with the size a little bit, I think, after this. I think I might have ended up at 2 pixels anyway in the end. Just gonna cough 1 second. Okay, so ending up with that, I was at this point I think I was explaining like I want it positioned a bit differently and the fact that it's not quite exactly centered now, which is rather annoying, but it's one of those. It's about as centered to the actual thing itself as it's going to get. That's why I brought it back a little bit, just to kind of take our eyes away from the fact that it's not centered, just to give it that feel as if maybe it is centered even though it isn't. So then I had a little toy about ideas of maybe leaving that on and taking off and stuff, and I decided, well, even with the extra stuff, it has like a what looks like a drop shadow. It's just because it's got a messed up bit on it. So I tried that and thought, okay, no, I won't. So now I kind of undone that. Hopefully in a second I'll undo it. Don't know how long it took for that. There we go. Now I decided to take that out of the way and then just play about with adding stroke in a minute as well, just to see what it looks like. Because at the time I was thinking, okay, this looks fairly normal but a bit blurry, but then I was looking and going, okay, well it's at 400 odd percent, so obviously it's going to be blurry. I think I decided on that, yeah, 1 pixel. See how you got like the jagged edges? Now hopefully that smooths out when we zoom out anyway, I think, so it's not too much of a mad thing. But yeah, don't know why I clicked sat in there. I was clicking again to try and get rid of it and it didn't want to. Okay, and I was like playing about with it. I think I decided to actually have a look at it, and I can't remember that. Yeah, I'm sure I added stroke in the centre. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then looked at it at 100%, I think, after this. Yeah, so basically when it's 100% it looks pretty much clear enough. So I think I ended it just after that because I had to answer the door. In fact, I'm going to just check how much is left on this. Yeah, literally there's like 11 seconds more because I think I had to answer the door just after doing this part. So that's about it really. Oh, there we go. I managed to realise that I'd turned on the microphone just after saying I'm finishing the thing, and the dog decided to bark. So that was about it really. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll continue on with this in the next video. I'll see you then.